everyone, I am Anshika Agrawal. So today I will discuss the landmark triple talaq judgment of Shaira Bano versus Union of India and others in petition number 118 of 2016, in which the judges were CJI Jagdish Singh, Justice Kurian Joseph, Justice Rohinton Fali Nariman, Justice Uday Lalit and Justice Abdul Nazir. Petitioner was Shaira Bano and respondent were Rizwan Ahmed, husband of Shaira Bano, Union of India, Ministry of Law and Justice, Ministry of Women and Child Development, National Commission for Women, Ministry of Minority Affairs and All India Muslim Personal Law Board. So, the facts of the case are Shaira Bano was married to Rizwan Ahmed for 15 years. In 2016, he divorced her through instantaneous triple talaq, that is talaq-e-biddat. So, she files a writ petition in the Supreme Court asking to hold three practices that is talaq-e-biddat, polygamy, nikah halala unconstitutional as they violate the Article 14, 15, 21 and 25 of Indian Constitution. So, what is talaq-e-biddat? Talaq-e-biddat is a practice which gives the man a right to divorce to his wife by uttering talaq 3 times in one sitting without his wife's consent. Nikah halala is a practice where a divorced woman who wants to remarry her husband would have to marry and obtain divorce from second husband before she goes back to her first husband. And in polygamy, Muslim men are allowed to have more than one wife. So, on 16 February 2017, the Supreme Court asked Shaira Bano, the Union of India, various women's rights bodies and All India Muslim Personal Law Board to give written submission on the issue of talaq-e-biddat, nikah halala and polygamy. The Union of India and the Women's Rights Organization supported Mrs. Bano's plea that these practices are unconstitutional. The All India Muslim Law Board has argued that an uncodified Muslim personal law is not subject to constitutional judicial review, as it is out of the jurisdiction of Supreme Court, and that these are essential practices of the Islamic religion and protected under Article 25 of the Indian Constitution. After accepting the Shaira Bano's petition, the Apex Court formed a 5-judge constitutional bench on 13 March 2017. The first hearing was held on 11th May 2017. On 2nd August 2017, the 5-judge bench pronounced its decision in the triple talaq case, declaring the practice as unconstitutional by the ratio of 3:2 majority. So, what were the issues held in this case? First one was whether instant triple talaq is an essential practice of Islam, and second, whether the practice of triple talaq is violative of fundamental rights. So there were important arguments of Shaira Bano. Mr. Amit Chadda, who was the senior advocate representing the case of Shaira Bano, began by arguing that triple talaq is not a form of divorce organized by the Muslim Personal Law Shariat Application Act 1937. He pointed out that several High Courts and Supreme Court decisions have restricted the unilateral power of Muslim men to divorce women and criticized the practice of triple talaq as it does not have Quranic sanction. Moreover, the judgment affirms that the Quran permits divorce for reasonable cause as if preceded attempt at reconciliation. He urged the court to strike down triple talaq as allowing an uncodified power to Muslim men to divorce violate Article 14 and 15 of the Constitution. He concluded by suggesting that if triple talaq is struck down, the law of divorce for Muslims would be the dissolution of Muslim Marriage Act 1939 that could apply equally to the entire Muslim community irrespective of gender. So the arguments from the respondent side were Mr. Kapil Sibal first clarified that the Shariat Act 1937 does not codify substantive Muslim personal law but restate that the Sharia shall apply as a rule of decision to Muslim, overriding any custom or usage to the contrary. He asserted that object of the act was to overcome customs that discriminated against women in matter of inheritance. Moreover, since marriage is private contract and Islamic law, no state legislation can change it. Mr. Sibbal concluded his arguments by claiming that Muslim women are not discriminated against triple talaq rule and may even benefit from immediate relief from bad marriages. He proposed 4 options for Muslim women to protect herself from the discriminatory use of triple talaq. First one is she may register the marriage under the Special Marriage Act 1954. Second, she can insert conditions into the Nikah-nama to prohibit her husband from exercising a triple talaq. Third, she delegate the right to talaq to herself. Fourth, insist on the payment of a high mahr amount to deter the exercise of triple talaq. So it was held in this case on 22nd of August 2017. The 5 judges bench of the Supreme Court pronounced is its decision in the triple talaq case, declaring that the practice was unconstitutional by a 3-2 majority. After 6 days of arguments from both sides, it reserved the case for judgment. The court directed the parliament to take legislative measures against the practice of triple talaq. Justice Rohinton Nariman and Uday Lalit held that Talaq-e-Biddat is regulated by the Muslim Personal Law Shariat Application Act 1937. They said that every law, whether before Constitution or after Constitution, must be in consistency with the fundamental rights. Article 13 cannot interfere in personal law and can't be challenged. Though triple talaq was not challenged in Article 13 but was challenged in Article 14, 15, 21 and 25. They held the practice as unconstitutional because it is manifestly arbitrary in nature. And Justice Korean Joseph, on the other hand, in his concurring opinion noted that triple talaq is against the Quran and thus lack legal sanction. It lacks 2 prerequisites, that is, arbitration and reconciliation. He wrote, "What is held to be bad in the Holy Quran cannot be good in Shariat, and what is bad in theology is bad in law as well." Notably, the dissenting minority opinion of Chief Justice Kehar and Justice Abdul Nazir traced the elevation of personal law to the status of fundamental rights in the Constituent Assembly debate on Article 25 and 44. They held that triple talaq is not regulated by the Shariat Act of 1937 but is an intrinsic part of personal law, thus is protected by Article 25. Further, the solution to the general discriminatory practice of Talaq-e-Biddat is legislative action and not a challenge to its constitutionality. They further said validity of triple talaq can only be decided by Parliament, so they decided judiciary will put a stay of 6 months on the practice of triple talaq, and in these 6 months Parliament will decide whether instant triple talaq is valid or not. So the present state of judgment is, yes, it is applicable. On 2nd August 2017, Indian Supreme Court deemed instant triple talaq or triple talaq unconstitutional. On 30 July 2019, Parliament of India declared the practice of triple talaq as illegal, unconstitutional and made it punishable act from 1st August 2019, which is deemed to be in effect from 19 September 2018. So now I would like to conclude the case. It is no doubt that the triple talaq judgment has become a landmark judgment, especially on the aspect of private law in the country. It has given us various different aspects on how to deal with them, especially Justice Joseph's culturally grounded judgment. This judgment definitely showed that the Supreme Court has learned from its past mistakes on personal law. Despite the fact that it lacked to give clarity on gender justice and inequality in personal laws and how they are to be treated, it also did not address if setting aside triple talaq meant that it had no legal effect at all or 3 utterance meant 1. Therefore, all said and done, it is definitely a move towards equality and has given a backbone to how future personal law and social amendments need to take place. This judgment also handled the minority is a very viable way, which is a step towards secularism. It is hoped that this judgment will be taken in the bright light and will help Muslim women to live a better and more secure life as guaranteed by the law of the land. So this is all for this case. Thank you. Bye bye.